What is up, chat? Welcome in. Welcome in. We are back for day 2. And we have more battles to get through. We have 3 rounds to go. So this should take about 2.5 hours to finish off. So, contestants, participants, whatever you want to call, they got 45 minutes to get their round done. We have me standing in the corner. But we have Jur versus Crimson, TFK versus Nag, Silly Ball versus Jubra, Shadow Wolf versus Corvum, Red Velvet Pirate versus Bees, Smiley Wiz versus Rosie, Oof Pear versus Aki, Vitalytics versus Justin, Magnific Note versus Sorbet, Vector versus Ogrepod, and Tin versus Vibes. You can just be the first spectated. I'll just spectate whoever's in the private server, so better do that. You can swarm Glummish after the stream? Okay, that's good. I'll join into that then. Claim all these. What's up, Fire Killer? Welcome in, everybody. Let me get the score card thingy-mabob. Get that set up real quick. You promote it later? Sure. Okay. So. Who are we starting off? We're starting with Vitalytics. Okay. So, Vitalytics is facing off against Justin Yeet. So that'll be the first stream battle. Alright. Okay, yeah, that doesn't count. You somehow broke the top half of your touch screen. How do you do that? How do you do that? Okay. Oh, it's the other way around now. All right. Swap sides. Okay. Here we go. Round 5. This is probably... Okay, we're into the thick of the Swiss format. We have our standing so far, and we start off with Malzuri and Voltachant versus Bionotic and Fluppy. If we take a look at the standings, Justin Yeet has a 2-2 record. 2 losses to start, 2 wins in a row after... because of his opponents, which were both AFK, so he does have a chance in this. There is the Awakened Bionotic. Meanwhile, Vitalytics also with a 2-2 record. This battle right here could determine if they make it into Top Cut or not. You pretty much want to lose at most 2 times. Both of these guys are at 2 losses, so this is vital. No pun intended for both of them. And there's the KO on the Fluppy. Vitalytics off to a poor start as Chilling Chorus gets the KO. And Chairguard is brought in. But we're going to be having a lot of really close battles. We have 2 people with perfect records right now, Crimson and Jur. They are going to be fighting each other this round as well. There's a Psycho Force on the bubble, and it doesn't affect as Shockwave goes against both Doodles for pretty good damage, even after the defensive jelly. Oh, some good chip And hopefully another Shockwave should be able to do the job. Get him down even more. I don't think it'll get a KO. But maybe that bubble will finish it off. There's Hype Up on the Biotic. Boosting its magic attack as it goes for the Psycho Force. Just over half. No good. Shockwave doesn't get the KO on the Biotic. Doesn't get the KO on the Chair Guard. But the Icy Punch finishes off the Chair Guard. And it is a 4v2. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4 people with a 3-1 record so far. We have another with a 3-2 record. We have actually a lot of people with 3-1 records. There's 10 people with at least that record. So we're going to be seeing a really close battle here. Alloy Missiles, Vitalytics ties it up. All of a sudden, it's a 2v2. It'll be a Malzuri and Charizard versus a very weak Biotic and an Exoval. It's going to be close. That Exoval could pose a threat. There's a Protect on the Biotic. As Charizard goes for the Hype Up, boosting its attack and magic attack, goes for the Tsunami, hits the Charizard for over half, then hits the Exoval for the KO. It isn't fast enough. And while it did pose a threat, there's nothing that Biotic can do, and Justny gets the win. Here's the Hype Up, just for good measure. Killing its own teammate. And finishing off the Biotic. Justny takes game 1. Oh my God. Vector says he's out. He doesn't even... Okay. Vector didn't even know the tourney format. He's not even... Okay, whatever. Whatever. I don't know what he's saying. There's a lot of confusion going on in the tourney discussion right now. All right, here we go. Game 2, Goliage and Charizard versus Charizard and Exoval. All right, there's the Hype Up onto the Exoval. Taunt, not in time. That Charizard is faster. It gets the Chemical Breath off, but it misses on Fat. Not that it matters. Exoval is down, but the Chemical Explosion doesn't kill it. So the Goliage is hanging on by a thread. And Fluffy is brought in to replace. Yeah, 17 people in here. Thank you for joining. There's a flashbang, but it fails. Harmony on the Fluffy. It can't do anything. And then there's a branch launch onto the Fluffy. 50%. It wakes up. But the damage is done. And that Goliage still hanging on. Chipping away. Destiny looking to take the set and revive his chances at making top cut. Here comes Bionotic, nullifying all other traits. Harmony still puts the Fluffy to sleep. And Branch Launch gets the KO. Justin Yeet once again with a 4v2. Chair Guard brought back out. It's Bionotic and Chair Guard versus the opening for Justin Yeet. This Chair Guard working wonders. However, both of them don't have Silly anymore because of Bionotic's Nullify. And there is the Runestone. So no longer is there Nullify. It's now Mind Games. As it steals Water Absorb. Not that you'd really want that. Flashbang does get the KO on the Goliage. The Goliage is down. And Psycho Force does some pretty good damage. While Aurora Flash... Will there be any confusion? No! We will not be getting any RNG from that Chair Guard. Here comes Volt Enchant. 3 Doodles versus 2. And as expected, the Volt Enchant does awaken. We have 2 Awakens and a Chair Guard on both sides. Downpour, boosting the water type attacks, hyping up the Volt Enchant, hyping up the Bionotic. It's going to be an all-out attack. Psycho Force for the... No KO! The Chair Guard hangs on, but it does get knocked out from the Shockwave. Shockwave will do major damage to both sides. Doesn't get the KO on the Bionotic, and the defensive jelly keeps it alive once again. This looks a little familiar. And Malzuri brought in to finish the job. And this, folks, looks to be a Justin Yeet sweep very quickly. And to reinvigorate Justin Yeet's hope at making top cut. And there's the Chilling Chorus. A little bit of damage. And a little bit more damage. Chair Guard is down. Bionotic versus the world once again. It goes for a Storm Heal, so it is trying to hang on. As Shockwave hits its own teammate. But it gets the KO. That's game. Justin Yeet sweeps Vitalytics. Alright. Well played. Let's update that. Justin Yeet, big win. And let's move on over to another battle. Go to Jur. We have Jur versus Crimson. Alright, we got Volta 2, sorry, not Volta Champ. Volta Jet's last round, and Karyu versus Vermorph and Chair Guard. It's an Awakened Vermorph. We've seen a little bit, a lot of that so far. Here comes the Karyu as the other Karyu swaps out into Chair Guard. They just swapped spots, I guess. Attack lowered both sides. Sylphid. Now, Jur's side is faster. Infection. Major damage. Both sides. 80% on the Volta 2. 50% on the Chair Guard. Jur leads the set 1-0. And Flashbang on the Clangatang. That ain't doing much, and that ain't mattering. Meanwhile, Spark Taffy doing more damage. Only does 50% after the fact. Infection will get both KOs. And Crimson will... No! The Chair Guard lives. And it uses its Heal Jelly. So, it is a 4v3. Craggle Day is brought in. And Jur. One of these players is going to stay undefeated. Who will it be, chat? Who do you think it'll be? Here comes Karyu once again to lower both attacks. And Chair Guard brought back in. Aurora Flash. Pretty good damage. There's a confusion on the Karyu. Critical hit on the chair guard. 2 confusions. What could happen here? Earthquake doesn't get the KO. And it doesn't hit either chair guards. What will happen here? Can the Karyu land the hit? Or will RNG favor Jur? Here's the awakening. Craggle Day. Resetting its stat changes. Confusion hits itself! The Karyu is down! Jur has a massive lead! Taunt on the chair guard! It is a 3v3! Confusion, as it still uses Aurora Flash, hits both team members. That's a critical hit and a confusion on the other chair guard. So Crimson does make up a little bit of ground. Sylphid is gone as the awakened Vermorph is brought back in. As he swaps into the Karyu. You can see on the party list that Charizard is down. Attack Lord on both sides. Flashbang into that Karyu. Doesn't matter too much. Hits itself in confusion. It can't do anything. And the other chair guard does land the Aurora Flash, bringing that Karyu down to 50%. The chair guard knocked out. It's Craggle Day and Karyu versus Vermorph, chair guard, and Klangatang. Sylphid has worn off. What will happen next? We have a close battle, folks. Klangatang brought back in. Choke into the Klangatang. Not enough. Icy Slash also into the Klangatang. Not enough. It uses its Heal Jelly, the bulk of the monkey. Antenna Beam does get the KO. Jolted doesn't matter now. But Crimson looking to tie the set. Right here, right now. And there's the switch once again. Back into the Charizard. Earthquake hits that Klangatang, gets the KO, and now it is Vermorph and Charizard versus the Craggle Day. Menacing Snarl still landing on both sides, interestingly enough. That's I don't know how that works, but it does, I guess. Not that it matters. Both Doodles there are magical. Flashbang to flinch the Craggle Day and Aurora Flash onto the Craggle Day. Looks like Crimson will tie the set. And Earthquake. Will it get the KO? No! Aurora Flash and Antenna Beam. This set is tied. We're going to game 3. This battle determines who's staying undefeated and who can essentially lock in their top cut status. Here we go. And this is Corvum as well. We can check that. Corvum versus Shadow Wolf. That is going on in the meantime. B is 1-2-0 against Velvet. Here's Awakened Mouse. Flashbang on to the Theater. And Piercing Poke onto the Exavo. Not enough. Chemical Breath. Yes, the KO on the Karyu. My goodness. Good start for Shadow Wolf. Hyena brought in. Yes, just need one. Flashbang once again onto that Theater. It ain't gonna be moving. Piercing poke to KO that Exoval. It will get a chemical explosion off and hurt both Suamouse and Hyena for a little bit of damage. And it's a 3v3. No Aerostal, please. That's the Tulena being brought in. Get back down. And what will be the next move Corvum thinking? There is the Awakening for the Tulena. Really cool alternate runestone. Center of attention on the Theater. As it goes for Icy Punch. That ain't doing much, even though it hits twice. Earth Surge onto both Doodles. Earth Surge for the KO on the Hyena. And that Theater really just bulking it out. Charizard and Suamouse versus 3 Doodles. It was center of attention, so that's why Icy Punch landed on the Theater. Yes. Center of attention. There's Protect on that Tulena as it goes for a taunt on the Theater. Icy Punch once again protected itself. Dark Slash onto the Suamouse. Now the Theater cannot use center of attention, so this Tulena is vulnerable to an Icy Punch. And there's a switch into Mercenous. Smart play. Sylphid to boost that, and Fiery Punch does hit twice. No burn. I don't think it can burn, but either way, Dark Slash for a little bit more damage. Now their side is very fast. And Corvum forfeits. Shadow Wolf wins that battle. I don't know the set, so we'll see where that is. But let's go back to Crimson versus Jur. This is game 3 for all the marbles. Not really. It's like the middle of Swiss. Whatever. Karyu and Charizard versus Voltatu and Craggleday. And there's the awakened Craggleday brought back once again. Swift Shield. Protected as Sylphid is brought in. And Daze onto the Karyu for the KO! The Karyu is down. Jur 4v3. Starting off strong. And there's the Awakened Vermorph. Flashbang onto the Voltatu. And Aurora Flash on both Doodles. Gets the confusion on the Craggleday. That's big. And it hits itself! Crimson! Huge turn! So Shadow Wolf won that set 2-1. That was game 3 there. Combo support on to Sylphid and Antenna Beam. Hitting the Charizard. Not very effective. Still a pretty good amount of damage. So Shadow Wolf won that set 2-1 against Corvum. Pretty big round. We still have a handful of battles to go. Flashbang and Thunderstrike. Spark Taffy doesn't do enough, but there is the flinch. So that Vermorph can't attack. I think Nag was here. Yeah, Nag was here an hour ago. So, whatever. Aerial on the Lasergen, which is brought in. And Aurora Flash, cutting it down to 50%. No confusion, as Aurora Flash brought back the other way. No confusion. So no RNG this time. Yeah, Nag was here an hour ago, so... TFK, you'll probably just get the win on that. Unfortunately. Nag is... pretty late. I'll just give you the win. There's Taunt on the Chair Guard. And it can't use Sylphin because of the Taunt. Thunderstrike brought back for the KO on the Lasergen. It is a 4v2. Jur has the lead. Who will get it? Looks like it might be Jur, but it's not over till it's over. Swift Shield on the Volta-2. Flashbang is protected by the Swift Shield. Aurora Flash hitting both Doodles. No confusion. Aurora Flash on the Volta-2, so the Swift Shield doesn't matter. And it's a 3v2 Heal Jelly on Jur's Chair Guard. As the used crayons heals Crimson's Chair Guard. Nyanto is brought in. Pylons attack the Nyanto for pretty good damage because it's super effective. And we now know the final 3 Doodles. It can't be awakened. There's another wide shield, excuse me, to not get hit by the opposing Aurora Flash as the Vermorph is down. And that might be game, folks. Aurora Flash can't be doing anything against the wide shield. And Jur will take the set. Crimson forfeits. Jur is undefeated and has basically booked his spot into Top Cut next week. All right, who else do we have? Who else do we have? All right. We have Silly Ball versus Jubra. We have Oof Pair versus Aki. You have a Magnific Note versus Sorbet. Vector versus Ogrepon. Tin versus Vibes. All right, Magnific Note beats Sorbet 2-0. So Magnific Note getting a good streak going right now. All right, in the meantime, let's take a look at the standings, shall we? Okay, let's get the... Alright, so we have Jur in first place, pretty much sealing his Top Cut spot, undefeated 5-0 with 9 points. That means he only got 1 free win from an inactive user. Crimson cruising at a 4-on-1 record. Shadow Wolf also at a 4-on-1 record, as is TFK. These four might be the locks so far. Okay. Nag has arrived. So, I will remove the win. Opponent eating dinner right now, so I'm waiting in the server. Okay, well, it might be too late, unfortunately, for Oof Bear. Alright, Vibes is joined, so we will have Tin versus Vibes. But I think we'll watch the TFK battle. So let's get that. Let's get into their server. Alright. So you guys can see me as I joined in. Let's join Nag. Alright. Here we go. Position line 1. What? Tell somebody to leave, man. Alright, well, I guess I gotta wait. In the meantime, I'll set up the score card. As we will have TFK versus Nag. Hey, in the meantime, how are y'all doing, chat? How is everybody? TFK Nat, yo, gotta tell somebody to leave. I gotta stream this. Yo. Alright, let's just try and join TFK, I guess. I've TFK friended, right? Is that what is that what I think it is? Yeah, everybody's playing Doodle World right now. Everybody's playing something. Where's TFK? I'm blind. Help me. There he is. Alright, we're joining in. We're in. Okay. Spectator camera. About to start. Here we go. Battle 1. It is Lasergen and Chairguard versus a Tiny Mass Comedy and a Aristal. This is the second highest ranked battle behind Jur and Crimson. There's Awakened. Is it? Yeah, it's Mass Comedy. Flashbang on the Mass Comedy, so it does flinch, and Sharpen on the Lasergen, so it's setting up as the Aristal goes for a taunt. So this Lasergen could be doing some major damage here. And there's a switch into Naito. Taunt on that Mass Comedy. As Aristal goes for a Storm Heal, has no effect. It goes for the Night Knight. It does major damage. The taunt was pretty pointless. But TFK looking to attack now. There's the Awakened Naito. Seems like Jubra is not available right now, so Silly Ball does get the win. Sword Sweep on both Doodles. Pretty good damage, but Spiky Thorns for the KO on the Lasergen. Hyper Voice. Both Doodles once again, as the Theaterra uses its Heal Jelly. It doesn't get the KO, and now the defense is boosted as it goes for the hit and run. Decent damage on the Naito, and Nag has a lead. And it's the duo. It is Theaterra and Mass Comedy together. Fluppy is brought in. And there's the flashbang on the Fluffy. It won't be attacking. Hyper Voice on both for some pretty good damage, as there was a crit, but Reverse Singularity is brought up. Uh-oh. Not looking good for that Fluffy or Naito, as the masks will outspeed. Protect on the Naito. Night Night to the Fluffy. It is down. Hex protects itself. Sherigard is brought in. Fluffy, no use. Nag with a massive lead. 4v2. Flashbang. Mass Comedy isn't attacking. Burning Orb misses on the Naito. Hyper Voice for the KO. Will that matter? We'll find out later, as Fishy the Aristal is brought back in. It's a 3v2, but those two Doodles right there are very low. Gato Pillar for the Protect taunt on the Aristal. As it goes for Aurora Flash, not a lot of damage. What will the Aristal go for? Hit and run, but it's protected. Both Doodles stay in. TFK looking to stall out that Reverse Singularity. There's the hype up. Aurora Flash, once again, a little bit more on the Chairguard and a lot on the... Uh-oh, it's confused. Hit and run for the KO. And TFK is back to the corner. The final Doodle, Rune out as the Reverse Singularity ends, but it could easily just go back up, or they just finish the job here. Nag looking to take game one. And there it is. Nag gets that first win in the set. Can TFK come back? We'll find out. All right, here we go. Game 2 about to begin. Here we go. This looks familiar. Mass Comedy and Aristal versus Lasergen and Chairguard. Hello, Pika. Welcome in. There's the Awakened Mass Comedy brought back once again. As the flashbang on the Mass Comedy, it will be attacking. This looks very familiar to last time. Hit and run from the Blub Imp as Lasergen goes for the Sharpen. Theater is back again. But we could see a big attack from this Lasergen now. Let's find out. This looks very familiar to the last one. There's a taunt on that Theaterra Sword Sweep on both Doodles for good damage. You want a little bit more. Night Night doesn't get the KO. Reverse Singularity is brought in. Can't be used because of the taunts. And the Lasergen will still go first. Hype Up. Absorber. Absorbs the basic type attack, so it doesn't get the boost, but it does get healed up, and it gets the attack boost. My goodness! I didn't even know that. Sword Sweep for the KO on that Mass Comedy and the Theater, and TFK has a massive lead. Hype Up is crazy. I'm learning this as it goes on, by the way. This is amazing. That is a very cool strat. Alright. It is Hype Up once again to heal it up. Renewed and Blub Imp versus a big time boosted Lasergen. +4. Sword Sweep on both Doodles. Will do just over half. And an insta KO on that Aristal. It is a 4v1. Earth Surge will get the KO on that Lasergen. But it's not looking good for Nag, and this set might be tied. Fluffy brought in, looking to finish the job. And there's the Hype Up. One last attack. Life Sap. And that is game. Tie. Set. We're going to game 3, folks. We have a set on our hands. This is going to be very interesting. How will it go? Nag didn't even know. That makes me feel a little bit better about it. Even though I don't play VGC. Commentated, I guess. All right, fellas. It's my freaking goat. All right. Yeah, here we go. This is game 3. Who do you have winning, chat? Let's make a poll. Nag has started up. Here we go. It's Fluppy and Chairguard versus Best Comedy and Runewt. So we're seeing a little bit of a switch up. There's the Awakening. Flashbang once again. And Life Sap on that Runewt does just about 75%. Lethal Ornament to lose some of its health. Psycho Force, not enough. There's the poll. Let me know who you think is winning. Hype Up on to that Fluppy, but Aristal is brought in. Life Sap onto the Mass Comedy. Not onto. Oh my goodness. The Mass Comedy is down. The Aristal doesn't get attacked. And the switch is a fail. My goodness. What could have looked very scary. Now TFK has a big lead. Tinfoil beat Vibes 2-1. GG. I'll update that now. Well, let's see what's up next. What's in store? As Runewt brought in, Hype Up once again. As it gets its attack boosted. Aurora Flash for the KO on the Runewt. And a little bit of damage on the Aristal. Hit and Run doesn't get the KO on the Fluppy. And TFK, after going down 1-0 in dominant fashion. And that is game! TFK takes the win and the set. GG. All right, there is that win. We have, I think, okay, we have 2 more battles, but it should be the next round now. Hold on. You have 2 more battles we're waiting on. But in the meantime, I think we can get a good idea of the standings. So, Jur, once again, undefeated. Crimson, TFK, Shadow Wolf, and Silly Ball, all 4-1. So that's your top 5. Then Nag, Jubra, Vibes, Corvim, Magnific Note, and Balling are all at 3-2. Oofbear is at 3-1, but that set is still incomplete. Justny also at 3-2. There are so many people fighting for these spots here. They all have a winning record, but only 8 of them are making it through the top cut. We might have a tiebreaker on our hands. Now, the tiebreaker is determined by number of match wins against tied opponents. Oops. All right, Vibes forfeited the rest of his battles. Okay, Aki and Oofbear are doing their battles right now. Let's see if we can join now. Tiebreaker, so it's head-to-head how you did against a tied opponent. Like, if you beat them, then you have the tiebreaker. All right. We have Aki versus Oof Pair. Let's fix this score hard. Oh, it's 0-0. Took you guys a little while, but we can get it done. But Oof Pair looking to lead in the set. It's a 3v2. There's the switch. Flashbang into Vermorph. And Fin Slash also into Vermorph. Quite a bit of damage. Likely needing one more hit to get the KO. Alright, center of attention. And the attack. Defense dropped. Because of the attack, Icy Slash gets the KO. It's a 2v2. Antenna Beam, run in, doesn't get the KO. And it's a 2v2. Aki still up. Okay, so the other battle is done as well. Ogrepon 2-0. Zerzura and Vermorph versus Kiryu and Vigimonte. The last battle of the round. After this, we will get to round 6. What's up, Chris? Fin Slash and Icy Slash. Double slash for the KO. Zerzura versus the World Airstrike gets the KO. But it won't be enough, as the Kiryu is outspeeding and can finish the job. Can I join? Sorry, it is too late. Registration ended a while ago. This is day 2. Dark Slash gets it done. Aki takes game 1. I don't know, Bees. Can you? I'm at 969 subscribers. What the heck? Oh, okay, my pressure video is at 7.3k. How the heck do you do that? It's at 7.3k views. That's crazy. Okay, let's get another Pokemon battle music thing. That was game 1, yes. There's somebody that commented 27 minutes ago. Ah, yes, another pressure video. Let's see who it's by. Bergie with 966k subs? Alright. Wait a second. 966? Why are you so underrated? Dude! Dude! It's popping off. I might get to 1k this month. If at this rate, I'm getting like 10 subs a day. Make sure to subscribe, by the way. We're going ham. On the road to 1k. I will do a massive giveaway for 1k. I did not expect to get it so soon, but I might get it soon. Like I was, you know, I got like 130, so also I forgot to change the names. I know I didn't. Just wasn't updated on the page. If not September, then October. Yeah. But still, like, I was expecting to have this tourney have like all the, you know, like 130 cleans prize. Like, oh yeah, I won't give that much away for another time, but I might do it again. Who knows? We'll see. All right, game 2. We have Kiryu and Cherigard versus Fancyune and Zerzura. Menacing Snarl, luring both sides attacks. Sandstorm in a bottle is out. Oof pair looking to tie the set. If we look at the standings at both of these, Flashbang on the Zerzura, can't attack, taunt on the Fancyune. And that taunt can't be used. Perfect opening for Aki. Oof pair is 3-1. Meanwhile, Aki is 2-2, so Aki is desperately looking for a win. All right, there's the hype up. Dark Slash into the Zerzura. That does not do a lot of damage. Desperation from the Fancyune because it doesn't have any attacking moves and it doesn't want to switch. Siren Song from both sides. It puts the Cherigard to sleep. That's big for Oof pair, as it immobilizes the Cherigard for at least a turn. Desperation is crazy though. No switch either. Oof pair could seal Aki's fate. One more loss could just be the end of it. But Aki might be making a push. Vermorph is brought in. Dark Slash onto the Zerzura. It's still asleep. Airstrike. Not enough for the KO. Zerzura still up, but barely. Sandstorm continues. And the Vermorph pretty safely swapped in. That Cherigard is still awake. Or still asleep. Not awake. All other Doodles are still awake. There's the awakened Vermorph. Icy Slash into the Vermorph. Decent damage. The Cherigard is still asleep. Airstrike. And the Kiryu is down. Oof pair starting off pretty strong. Shockwave for the KO. But it will also knock out the Zerzura. So we are up 3 versus 2. And it is now Exovol and Vigimonte versus Ostagon and Vermorph. What can Aki do? Can he seal the win, seal the set, and keep going? We'll see. Vigimonte awakens as the Vermorph goes for a protect. Landslide as that Exovol is down by 1 hit. Chemical Explosion still hits both Doodles. And also, the Vigimonte protects. There's no attack from the Vigimonte. And this looks like Oof pair will take game 2. We're going to game 3 again. We have a lot of game 3s. Holy crap. And there's the Venom Lacerate for the KO. Here we go. Game 3. And the Exovolt is still there. It's just, it's dead, but you know, it's just got a little eraser on top of it. Yes, the team sheets are available. All right, on to game 3. That sleep really mattered from the Siren Song. White. All right, here we go. Game 3 about to begin. Oh, not you. Sorry, Orbit. Not you. Here we go. Game 3. The final battle of round 5. We have Vermorph and Ostagon versus Vigilante and Cheragard. The Sandstorm team versus the heavy hitters. Who do you have winning game 3, chat? Go vote in the poll. It's a 50-50. 8 votes, 50-50. Really is anyone's game. Aki looking for the right play to make. As Vermorph awakens. Vigilante swaps into Kiryu. And the Cheragard swaps into Exovolt. Interesting. Attack lowered both sides. Protect from the Ostagon. That won't be doing anything. Shockwave will be hitting for a pretty good amount. For the attack drop, I think Aki's really looking for a landslide miss, but we'll see. Or he could be doing a double switch, so let's find out. This is the final battle of round 5. Landslide can't miss? Okay, right. Because it's in Suns. Okay. That makes sense. Flashbang, so it doesn't go onto the Ostagon. Does get the KO. I'm not sure if the crit mattered, but that's still nice to see from Aki's side. Landslide, hardly anything on the Kiryu, but big damage on the Exovolt. It is down. Explosion on both sides. Or not both sides, sorry. The Sandstorm damage from the Kiryu. Ostagon taking down 25%. So it's a speed tie. I see. Wow. Cheragard brought in. Surzura brought in. It's a 3v3. Vermorph did have Protect, didn't use it, interestingly enough. As Ostagon swaps out into Fancyune. Kiryu is hyped up. Doing crunch, pretty good damage, but not enough on the Fancyune. And the Korea was put to sleep. Uh-oh. That is not good news for Aki. RNG is on Oofpair's side. He's still looking for a move. He might be cooked. Combo support. As it goes for Feast. Kiryu will be knocked out from the Siren Song. Really unfortunate sleep there. And Sherigard will not be put to sleep. It will heal up, so it will stay around the same health. Avenger on the Vigilante attack boost. Let's see, Aki, can he stay alive in this tourney? This loss could mean everything. That luck could mean everything. And Aki still thinking of the right move to make. This is really for everything for him. It was 60% in favor of Aki. But it looks like Oofpair might be taking the win. Let's see. All right, cutting down the timer, really just looking for a move to make. Here it is. Combo support, Feast on the chair guard once again. Unguarded strike onto the fancy unit. It is down. Big attack, big damage. Now it's Zerzura. Airstrike for the KO, and it's a 2v1. Oofpair will get the win. I wonder if he forgot to awaken, maybe because he wanted that KO for sure on the Fancyune. But there's Dust Storm, and that'll be it. Wow. Unfortunate end for Aki. Really bad luck in games 2 and 3. Venom Lacerate, not enough. Spiky Thorns, Aurora Flash, could Confusion save the day? Who knows? Siren Song, nothing there. But there's the KO. Imagine if the Confusion actually won Aki that game. There we go. Oofpair takes the set. We are on to round 6. All right, round 6. So let me just give the wins to the people because some of them have forfeited. So Ruby will get another win. That's just a tie. And Velvet will also get a win. And all right. Jur versus TFK. Round 6. We have 2 rounds to go. Okay. Round 6 has begun. Let's take a look at the standings in the meantime. Let me hide the score real quick. So, standings. We have Jur in first place, Crimson, TFK, Silly Ball, and Shadow Wolf, and Oofpair, all 4-1. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people at 3-2. We have so close matchups so far in this Swiss format. We have 2 rounds to go. Jur will guarantee top cut with this win. Meanwhile, these guys still are really fighting for that spot. One more win will really increase their chances, but one loss could hinder it greatly. The only one really safe is Jur, and he isn't even for sure safe. But as you can see, all these fellas, yeah, it's a little too late. But let's get into round 6. Who are we starting off with? Okay. Let's see, who will be the battle? All right. Getting really warm in the room. Get a fan up. All right. Get in the way. Okay. Fellas, 2 rounds to go. Now, it looks like we might be starting off with Corvim. Corvim is facing off against Justin Yeet. Both of these people are really fighting for a spot now. We'll do that stream first. Here we go. Cherigard and Karyu versus Bubble and Voltenchant. Now, if I check the standings once again, let's see. Justin at 3-2. Corvim at 3-2. One more loss could just seal their fate. I think it will, actually. I don't see any chance getting out of it after that. So, this is essentially an elimination match, an elimination set. Whoever loses is not making it into the top cut. Whoever wins still has a chance to make it in the top cut. It's Corvim and Justin fighting for their life as the Voltenchant awakens, bringing the downpour. Bring in the water. Flashbang still won't attack, but it does get the rain. Dark Slash onto the Bubble for a good bit of damage. Clumsy swing into the Karyu, doesn't get the KO as it heals. Just needs spike to 11k ping. His internet is not looking good, so we might have a disconnection. Justin not only fighting for his life against Corvim, but fighting for his life against his internet. Karyu swaps out as Taunt is brought in against the Voltenchant, but it goes for a Shockwave. Defensive Jelly reducing the damage, but it'll do some big damage to the Nyanto. Bring it down to about 15%, but the clumsy swing for the KO. That Nyanto is down. Justin with a good start. Hopefully the fan is not getting in the way. Menacing Snarl brought back in. lowering both attacks. Shockwave still is a magical attack, but that bubble is definitely getting weakened. And there's a switch. Chair Guard is out. Into Hyena. Bubble is flinched. Shockwave does next to nothing to the Hyena. And Shockwave doesn't get the KO on the Karyu. Pretty good turn. Comeback turn for Corvum. Can she change the momentum here? Flashbang once again into the bubble. No attacking. Dark Slash. Shockwave one more time to get the Karyu down. And it's Charizard and Hyena versus the world in game 1. Weakened. Also lost its defensive jelly. Flashbang for the 3rd turn in a row as Icy Bite finishes the job against that bubble. Shockwave once again. Chip a little bit more on Hyena and knock out the Charizard. It's a 3v1. Rain has ended. Really wanted that bubble dead. Might have forgot. There's also 3 other Doodles in that party. Combo support. Boosting that Malzeri's attack. Psycho Force for the KO. Justin Yeet takes game 1. Meanwhile, let's just check up. We have Aki and Jubra in their respective fights. Jubra is fighting Falling Ice. Meanwhile, Aki is fighting Sorbet. So we will see how those end up. But we'll get through this first set with Justin and Corvum first. Also looks like Magnific Note is fighting as well. So we got 3 battles all going on. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Corvum versus Justin at game 3. Getting going. Here we go. Charizard and Malzeri versus Karyu and Nyanto. Game 2 has begun. Menacing Snarl. Not doing much to either of these Doodles. Both magic attackers. And there's the Runestone from the Nyanto. Awakening. Getting that crown. Flashbang on the Malzeri. It won't be attacking. Harmony misses on the Nyanto. Corvum with momentum into game 2. Crucial miss on the Harmony. And that Nyanto gets to do some big damage. There's the switch out of Malzeri into Bubble. And Charizard swaps into Voltage. We've seen this duo before. Icy Slash does some good damage, as does Hyper Voice, even though it's not very effective. hitting pretty hard. Also against the bubble. And not a perfect switch for Justin Yeet. Losing a lot of health. And Corvum looking to tie the set. Can we go to yet another game 3? This all stemming from that one miss on Harmony? There's the rain. Protect on the Nyanto. Flashbang protects itself. Dark Slash on the bubble for the KO. It's a critical hit. The bubble is down. Milzuri is brought in. Huge critical hit. Corvum, luck is on her side. Combo support into Milzuri. Wide shield. That Nyanto stay protected. Tsunami. Both Doodles are protected from the wide shield. It only hurts Voltenchant. Dark Slash once again for the KO. Corvum. Wow. And that's a forfeit just like that. We're going to game 3. And we have a lot of other battles. Crimson against Oofpair. They started off. Then we also have Tin Foil Warrior playing against Magnific Note. See how those ones go. We'll get the results or we'll watch some of those after this third battle between Corvum and Justin Yeet. Or we'll just see the results later. We're gonna see Justin Yeet's perspective. I gotta swap the teams. And Vibes seems to have started battling. Yeah, okay. I thought Vibes wouldn't be available, but they're still fighting. They're going at it. Alright, here's the start. Bubble Voltenchant versus Karyu Nyanto. Justin going back to the start that won him the game in game 1. Corvum sticking with the set that won her game 2. A clash of victories. Only one is coming out on top of this battle. And this could mean everything for the tournament, for getting those good old prizes. Voltenchant awakens. And the rain, the downpour. The water flows. The Nyanto gets its crown once again. And Flashbang. No attack from the Voltenchant. Hyper Voice. Once again, 50%. Decent amount on the Voltenchant. Clumsy Swing on the Karyu. Just over 80%. Uses its Heal Jelly. Its evasion is lowered. It does heal up, so it could possibly withstand another attack. It might just be damage range. Nag seems to have finished his first battle. Okay. Gets the win on that. We'll see where that set goes. Everybody fighting right now. Wide shield. Dark Slash. Onto the bubble. No KO. Shockwave. Won't be doing anything. But that Icy Punch into the Nyanto won't be enough. Wide shield reigns supreme once again. This Voltenchant looking to hit Shockwave and finish off both of these Doodles. As Justin was trying to finish off the Nyanto, hoping there wouldn't be a wide shield. So a pretty good turn for Corvum. All things considered. Could have been worse. Justin already has his move locked in. Nyanto swaps out into Hyena. Dark Slash for the KO. And Shockwave will not finish off the Karyu. Justin should have just gone for the clumsy swing on the Karyu and finish it off, but no. Goldage is brought in. Interesting. It is very weak to that Karyu. Could we see a protect, perhaps? Another shockwave. There's the switch. Into chair guard. There's the protect. Playing it safe. Flashbang either way. Wouldn't have attacked. Defensive jelly reduces the damage. Just gonna keep hitting. Shockwave. Bang, 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 bang. Keep doing that and you'll eventually win, right? There's the flashbang once again onto the Goldage. It won't be attacking. Icy Bite reduces the damage from the Ice Candy Cube. It's a critical hit either way, and it's frozen. My goodness! Corvim's luck through the roof right now. And it flinches! Oh my goodness! What? Wow! Wow, that Icy Bite was everything. Everything that could have landed. And it's a 3v3. Icy Slash for the KO on the Goldage. It couldn't do anything except stick around, recharge to heal from the Volt Enchant, regain its health. The Karyu is down. And then it was a 2v2. Charizard and Volt Enchant versus Naito and Hahaina. This is not looking good for Justin Yeet. Protect on the Naito. Harmony, it is protected. Recharge on the Charizard. Regaining its health. And Shockwave takes out its own teammate. And it hardly does anything. Corvim will take the set. Wow. Super effective. There we go. Corvim wins. What a set. Corvim RNG for game 2 and game 3. A whole Wombo combo was pretty crazy. Let's get to the next battle real quick. Jubra and Luffy. Justin Yeet takes the loss. Says he's going to sleep, so we probably won't be fighting in that third battle. And Biotic is brought in. Alright, let me ask, what's the set here? There's Hype Up on the Biotic. Boosting the output. Serrated Claws doesn't get the KO. Rust doesn't get the KO either. And Branch Launch. Herbivore! It absorbs the plant type attack. Uh-oh! A little bit of a misplay. But Jubra will likely just get the win either way. Seems to be getting the 2-0 sweep out of the set. We see it. There's the taunt. Interesting. Serrated Claws for the KO. That seems to be game. Landslide. GG. There we go. That set is done. We're getting through sets pretty efficiently now. Let's watch Aki. Alright, Aki's up 1-0 against Sorbet. There's confusion. Daze. If you lose your match, are you cooked? Yes, very much so. You're almost already cooked. You're pretty much already cooked, but, you know, is what it is. Alright, there's the Awakened Vigilante. A lot of tints. There's a confusion. Still lands the Unguarded Strike, but it will hit the Jinglark. Lower its defenses. And Daze will get the KO. Aurora Flash. Hardly anything. Gets the confusion. And on the Seraphim, no confusion there. It is a 3v2. Yeah, if you're 100% out, you don't have to battle in the last one. You can just dip. That's fine. Same goes to everybody else that's, like, has 3 or 4 losses now. You can just leave. You know, you don't need to battle. It doesn't matter anyways towards the overall standings, because you're fighting against people with a similar standing. Hits itself in confusion! There goes the Jinglark! And it's the Seraphim against the world. Alright. We could be getting this round done early if we get people doing these so quickly. Rip Current, no KO. That's a good mood. That's a good way to put it, Rosie. And there you go. Aki looking to get the sweep. Retsu gets an amazing gift. What amazing gift? Display? Uh-oh. What do we do with my Jing? I don't know. There's the Chemical Breath for the KO. GGWP. Okay, yeah, just... Aki gets the way. What? Why is the Jinglark alive? How does that... What? Alright, yeah, you win the battle. Okay. Whatever. I guess. Alright, let's check out Crimson versus Oof Bear. What's up, Crypt? Welcome in. Oh, we have a game 3 on our hands. Okay. You know, it looks pretty close. And Rhino Stone and Fancyune versus a very low Lasergen and Vermorph. We'll see how this goes. Diamond Dash for the KO. Priority. And Vermorph gets relief. So heals up. Antenna Beam. It's not enough. Sandstorm. Looking probably for a crit right now. Desperately needing a crit. Is Crimson. Combo support. Diamond Dash again. And yeah, there we go. GG. Ooffair takes the set 2-1. All right. What do we got next? All right, nobody's battling. All right, Jur lost 2-1 to TFK. Wow. So we no longer have anybody undefeated as Jur loses. Why is Bees sending me a battle challenge? What? All right, 10-1, or lost 2-0 to Magnific Note. Magnific Note making a run, a really big run right now. Winning 3 in a row. Where are they at? 4-2. Wow. Go win. I don't know if I can do that, buddy. Why is Vitalytics sending... What? Huh? VP? Also, how'd your set go? Bees. You lost 2-0? Okay. All right, what do we got next? Okay, so Oakapon won that set 2-1. All right. Now we just wait for Silly Ball and Shadow Wolf. That's the last battle of the round. But let's look at the standings once again. So, TFK now holds the #1 spot as Jur and Ooffair are tied at 5-1 each. Crimson and Jubra are 4-2. Shadow Wolf and Silly Ball, they're looking to be the 4th person to get 5-1. Meanwhile, Magnific Note, Ogerpon, Corvim, One of these are also at 4 and 2. It is a close battle for top cut. But unfortunately, it looks like Nag, Vibes, Justin, Vitalytics, Balling Ice, Tin, Ruby, Aki, Rosie are all unfortunately not making it into top cut. I don't believe they have any chance at making it in, but we'll see. We'll see. Meanwhile, I don't believe TFK, Jur, and Oof have any way to make it out of top cut. So you have your first 3 locked in, while the rest of these folks are fighting. It's really from number 4 to number 10 fighting for top cut at this point. You could have it. You could see one of these sneak in, but I don't think it's too likely. Like maybe 1 or 2, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, Shadow Wolf is typing. Shadow Wolf won 2-0. Or not that. And we have the final round. There it is. Let's get a screenshot of that, shall we? Skiazo. Boom. Let's swap back to Roblox. Boom. All right, final round. Let's just give the free win. So I did see Justin Yeet did quit, so Rosie will get the free win. Who else? Sorbet is now just playing. So should. Oh wait, that's a tie, anyways. Gojamon gets a free win. Or no, Gojamon isn't even playing either. They're tied. Whatever. Alright, that's good. So all the people that aren't playing are just tying each other. Alright, this is it. Jur versus Oof pair. TFK versus Shadow Wolf. Silly Ball versus Corvum. Crimson versus Ogrepon. Smiley. Okay, those guys are tied as well. They aren't. They ain't playing. We got Velvet versus Nock. Jubra versus Aki. Magnific Note versus Nag. We got Vibes versus Vector. Did I? Okay. I don't know, I might have done it. If that's the case, my bad. We'll do that stream first then. Or, yeah, that battle first. Although I don't think it matters too much, actually, so just do your own thing. We'll watch the more important battles. Let's watch Red Ball and Corvum. Hold on. Alright. I just had this in the team sheet. Let's watch. Let's join Red Ball. Okay, let's just go through the subway because joints are off. Oh wait. Oh, brother, I gotta go the full way. Really? This is so scuffed! Oh yeah, it's Jubra versus Aki. Oops. That is important. Alright, let's get this done. Jubra versus Aki. Yeah, I know how to reset my character. I thought I was more closer to the Von Sweetsville. You can't be telling a guy with 10,000 hours how to play the game. I'm just saying. Just saying. I know. Alright. Get the scorecard. Just doing a lot of things at once. There it is. And Kuryu is brought in, as is Exoval. Meanwhile, Hahaina swaps into Fancyune. Attack Lord. There's the crystal wall. Pretty free. Final fight for a chance to top cut is the person I sparred against. Uh-oh. Well, if there's any way to end it off, then that's a pretty good way to end it. But yeah, this fight really determines how this entire top cut will go. If Jubra wins, pretty much locked in to top cut. If Aki wins, I don't think actually Aki has anything to lose. Yeah, Aki's at 3-3. Jubra is at 4-2. So this really only means much for Jubra. Let's see how it goes. There's a switch out into Vigilante. Double switch once again. As Fancyune, so many switches. Menacing Snarl brought in. Lowering both attacks. Fin Slash, big damage for a not very effective attack. So far, I have not seen as much domination from anybody other than Jubra, who's dominated every single round he's participated in. His only 2 losses are because he was late. So, we'll see what happens there. Hype up. It does get flinched, so it ain't gonna be doing anything. As the Fin Slash for the KO! Misplay by Aki. Still had the flashbang. We are in the final round of this tournament. And there's the Fancyune once again. Hyping up the Kuryu. Dark Slash onto the Fancyune. Hardly anything. As the Spiky Thorn still hits back quite a bit. Electro Slash also. Really good damage. And the para. Uh-oh. Not that it matters too much. Silly just still goes first anyways. No recharge. Here comes the Artifixie. Another attack boost. Icy Slash on the Artifixie. Oh no! Chemical Cleave to remove all the attack boosts. And the pure bulk from Jubra's team is really scary. Future opponents, make sure to study how he plays. And there's a switch. Attack drop. Once again, relief. Healing up the hyena. Aurora Flash. For a little bit more damage. No confusion. There's the flinch. Crystal Wall is gone. Not that it matters too much. And there's the KO. Looks like Aki is taking the loss. As Jubra wins game 1. Big start. Menacing Snarl. And there's the forfeit. Jubra takes game 1. Let's see, how is Oofbear doing against Jur? Seems pretty close. 2 mystery doodles from Jur's side. Craggle Day and Nyanto. There's pylons. And there's the awakening from the Craggle Day. Wide shield from Jur's side to tank the earthquake. Or no, sorry, the other way. Earthquake hits both sides there. Wide shield blocks both the earthquake and the shockwave. It's a 2v2. Now it is interesting. I mean, these two are only really fighting for placements within Top Cut. Obviously, if Jur wins, then he will lock in first place in the tournament choke on the Zuzura. It's now grounded. Hyper Voice, not enough to KO. As Airstrike, not enough to KO the Nyanto either. But the Antenna Beam finishes it off.
Sylphid is gone, but now both Doodles are vulnerable to an earthquake. Could that finish the job? It's down to a turn. There's Protect. Earthquake. Onto the Zazura. It's not enough. Siren Song doesn't get the KO. Doesn't go to sleep. No! The Craggle Day stays awake, and Oof Pair will lose the game. There it is. GG. Good battle. All right, Jubra. Game 2, I see 2 Artifixies. There's a taunt on the other Artifixie. Hype up. Not able to be used. Sword Sweep from the Seam Knight. Spiky Thorns on one. Decent-ish damage on the other Doodle. Magnific Note in the first battle. Here comes Vigilante. Another Sword Sweep. Losing a lot of health from the Spiky Thorns. There's a defense drop on the Artifixie. That could be interesting. Aki looking to do a lot of damage as Jubra stays bulky. There's the Awakening. Welcome back, Cam. And Dark Slash! Oh! Super effective. Won't be enough. Chemical Cleave on the Vigilante. And Sword Sweep once again. So it was super effective, but still, it's so bulky. It does next to nothing. Even though on paper it looks good for Aki, but like just the bulk. The bulk. Got another ping. Welcome in, Ominous. And Aki really looking to make a final decision. There's another switch. Back in Artifixie. Double switch into Koryu. Could it be Shining Severance? It is! Onto the Artifixie. Can't heal anymore. Relief. Back onto the Mercenaries. Jeez. It's just not fair. How does he do it? There's center of attention. Hype up. Hyping up the opposing Koryu. Boosting the attack. Shining Severance still gets the KO. Not looking good for Aki. And that is game. Jubra will win 2-0. Well played. That officially eliminates Aki and Jubra. Let's look at the standings. 6th place currently. So there is still a possibility. I don't know. Sorry. Wait. That's not accurate. Yeah, now it's accurate. Third place, 5-2. He could go down to 5th spot, and depending on the tiebreakers, he might still not make it in due to the unavailability, but we'll see. It really all depends on the tiebreakers in the final battles. This is Nock versus Velvet. Alright, we got another ping. Let's see. More results. TFK beat Shadow Wolf 2-0. Alright. So. Yeah, TFK gets the win. And is now at 6-1, locks in Top Cut. Meanwhile, Shadow Wolf is still in 3rd place. Has the tiebreaker over Jubra. And is now in, who's now in 4th. And there's Owl. Getting knocked out by Nock. Vitalytics beat Ruby 2-1. People are finishing up their matches. Getting close, fellas. Haven't been able to record in battles? Ah, that's too bad. Hate Army Sureguard. Fair enough. There's confusion. This is a pretty unique team, but results show it ain't working too well. Jur versus Oofpair. Jur is up 1-0 in that set. This is not the final day of the tourney. There is another day, I guess, of the Top Cut. That is the regular tourney style. It'll be top 8. We'll have it all next week. On the day, whatever day doesn't have the major Icy Ridge Part 2 update, basically. And there won't be any changes to the team sheets, even after the update, so don't worry about that. $5 a.m.? Sorry? What? This is not the final day. There's the antenna beam. And looks like Velvet's got the win. Alright, let's see. Any other battles? Alright, let's check out Crimson versus Hat. Yeah, it'll be next weekend. Not on Friday. We'll work out a time that works for everybody. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice to finish right now, but it's already, today's already been quite a bit, and some people are going away, so unfortunately not. It's also too long for me because I have my own stuff to do, you know. If everybody had a holiday tomorrow, I would do it tomorrow because I have a holiday, but I think it's Canada only. Truth and Reconciliation Day. Gonna shatter, heal jelly, and disarm. And Aurora Flash. There's the confusion. What if everyone agrees to do it right now? Yeah, no. No luck. Can't do that. There's a critical hit. Alright, so 0-0. There we go. And Nag beat Magnific Note 2-0. Which means Mag's defense boost there. Protect. But Magnific Note, his hot streak comes to an end, and unfortunately, he is not making it to Top Cut. Nag is currently at 4-3, 7th place. Really needs Ogerpon, Vitalytics, or Vitalytics already had that. Really needs Ogerpon, Corvim, Silly Ball to lose to get a spot in Top Cut. There's the Fireball. We'll see. It's really getting close. There's the Siren Song. No Sleep. Aurora Flash down. And it is a 3v2. Yeah. Hello, Akira. We'll see who gets the win. Both of these guys really fighting for a Top Cut spot. Crimson is in 6th, but a win here would guarantee him Top Cut. Meanwhile, Ogerpon also looking to guarantee Top Cut. I don't think Ogerpon will guarantee Top Cut, though, even with a win, but it is very likely. Either way. We'll find out. There's the KO on Koryu. And it looks like Crimson will get the win. Yeah. Welcome back, Cam. And Aurora Flash for the KO. Crimson takes game 1. We're going to game 2. See what Tin's doing. Seems like that battle just started. For Knock. Not looking good for Knock. It's like Velvet will be getting the sweep. Let's just watch that, I guess. In the meantime. But yeah, Ogerpon and Crimson, they're really fighting for the last spot here. Because if Ogerpon loses and Corvim wins or Silly Ball wins, he's out. He's gone. So desperately needs to come back in this set. Meanwhile, if Crimson loses, there's still a little more wiggle room to make it in. So it's a lot more desperate for Ogerpon. It's from the tiebreakers. There's the healing. A little bit of a stall. Alright. Let's wait for game 2. Alright, Velvet won 2-0. GG's. All right, there we go. Crimson. Game 2. Get some more music. It is Vermorph and Kiryu versus Tarionyx and Infernius. What has been the most intense battle so far? I'm not sure. I think the Zura Siren song, that might have been the most crazy battle so far. But here we go. Three Doodles shown on Crimson side versus 2. Fighting for their lives! Let's go. Hi, I'm a Kiryu. Is brought in the Kiryu. And Clangatang is swapped in Menacing Snarl to lower both sides' attacks. There's Fireball on the Clangatang. Aurora Flash, big damage on the Kiryu. No confusion. They're besties indeed. Icy Slash, just over 50% on the Chair Guard. Aurora Flash, both sides. There's the Heal Jelly. And any confusion? Yes! On the Chair Guard, there's confusion. It hits itself! Oh no! Disarm on the Infernius. That Refractive Prism is gone, but that Chair Guard is not able to use its Aurora Flash and finish off the Kiryu. Oh, the confusion! There's the switch into Tarionyx, lowering both speeds. Confusion once again. It uses Sylphid, so it does land the Sylphid. That is good news, at least for Crimson. There's the confusion again on the Clangatang. And it still uses Shatter. Oh my goodness, and there's a critical hit for good measure. Just to balance it out, I guess. Wow. Crimson. Gaining it back. Sylphid. Aurora Flash doesn't get the KO. on either Doodle. It's confused. It still lands the Aurora Flash, and the Tyrionix is down. And there's a confusion on Infernius. Confusion Mania! It hits itself. Clankatang can't get the damage done. What is going on? What is happening? The confusion chaos. Everything doesn't know what's going on. It's just swinging left and right. Like, what? There's the switch. Charizard swaps out Menacing Snarl to lower the attacks. Clankatang, as you can see, is down. Flashbang won't be flinching that Kareel because it already swapped. And Confusion still uses Aurora Flash. Big damage to the Clankatang. And big damage to that Kareel, just under half. Here comes Vermorph. It's looking good for Crimson. Kareel swaps out into Mothra. That's a newcomer. We haven't seen too much of Mothra. It hurts itself in Confusion. The flashbang doesn't even matter. Infection on both Doodles. Why is it so loud? Doesn't get the KO. And there's the switch back into Kareel, lowering that attack once again. We have a game 2 here, folks. What a battle. Icy Slash. A little bit more. Shockwave. Knocking out because of the critical hit. Not sure if it mattered, but the Mothra is down. This is the Kareel. It's just an Infernius against the world. Crimson will take game 2 and win the set. Ogerpon is in big trouble, and that might have cost top cut for him. There's Icy Slash. Crimson wins. Crimson is in top cut. And we have in first place TFK. In second place Jur. 5-1, still a battle to go there. Oofpair, 5-1, still a battle to go there. They're going to be fighting each other later once Jur's computer gets better. Meanwhile, Crimson, Shadow Wolf, and Jubra all at 5-2 at 4th, 5th, and 6th. Meanwhile, we still have a Corvim and Silly Ball to battle. And they are battling each other, which means that we have top cut set. So, our top cut will be... Let's take a look at this. Swap the window. Our top cut. First place, TFK, Jur, Oofpair, Crimson, Shadow Wolf, Jubra, and the last 2 spots could be determined by this. So, whoever wins this battle will be making it to top cut. And I believe Nag actually will sneak into top cut as the 8th seed. Corvum won? You guys didn't tell me. You guys didn't tell me. Corvum won 2-1. Okay. I didn't get told about this. I don't remember being told about this. But... And Balling Ice won 2-0. Alright. So. I don't think this one matters too much. I don't even know if they're battling. Is Vibes in the server? No. So. Now. There's only one battle left. And it's between Jur and Oofpair. Whoever wins is essentially getting either second or first. It's basically for the seeding. But our top 8 is set. Nag made it in. Jubra made it in. Corvum is in. Crimson We have Top Cut ready. I will see y'all next week for Top Cut. Vitalytics, you did not make it to Top Cut. Ogre Pun is in 9th place. If only he got that set win. Did not have the tiebreaker against Nag. But there we go, fellas. Hold on. Okay. Well, I think that'll end off the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I will see y'all next week for Top Cut. Obviously, there's still a battle to go, but they will have to battle later. And once that's done, we will have the final stage ready. There we go. Are y'all ready? This is, yes, this is the end of the tourney, but it's really only the first part. This is where the top 8 will go on and battle once more. Alright. Thank you for joining, fellas. You can watch me disconnect. You can watch me end the stream. Thank you for joining. Have a good one. Bye-bye.